Well, howdy, buckaroos! Welcome to Toon'd. I'm Josh the Fox Mills, and I reckon I review cartoons. No matter how new, no matter how old, no matter the cost. I mentioned Tex Avery a few episodes back. He was a brilliant cartoonist that brought us some of the most iconic characters in animation history, as well as innovating the American traditional cartoon style. Now, a tribute show meant to mimic his visual and comedic styles, all in his name? That's gotta be good, right? Right? Oh boy. In 1997, Robbie London created the Wacky World of Tex Avery, a showcase-style cartoon, attempting to channel the spirit of the old Tex Avery cartoons. How well did they do? Poorly. You know what I loved about the old Tex Avery cartoons? Why, the fart jokes and the gags about snot and poop. You know, the stuff only an idiot would write. That's what I loved about the old Tex Avery shorts. Not the over-the-top slapstick or the witty puns. Nah, that stuff's for babies. The Wacky World of Tex Avery was clearly a cartoon made by people who didn't understand the writing and nuances of Tex Avery's original work. This homage was in truth an abominous atrocity and an insult to one of the greatest animators of all time. Homage is used only loosely here, because that's what the creator said the Wacky World was. Robbie London, who I have not seen credited to any other piece of work, honestly thought he was doing a tribute to Tex Avery, and even named the main character of this show after the legend. Honestly, this show feels like they dug up Tex Avery's grave, just to rough up his corpse and then draw a silly mustache. The show was broken up into several sections. I don't really want to go through them all, but I will because I'm a professional, and a professional continues to work even if they don't want to. Tex Avery in this show was a goat-riding cowboy, because Tex sounds like a cowboy name. Ha! Ha! Anyway, his segments were a rip-off of the old Dudley Do-Right in a way, as he had to save his girl, Chastity Knott, from an outlaw nemesis named Sagebrush Sid. Freddy the Fly's segments involves an obnoxious fly who bothers a wealthy heavyset lady who attempts to get rid of Freddy in often radical extreme ways. Power Pooch is basically Underdog. Kind of. He's a dog that gains superpowers by licking a superhero's shoe and saves his city against Dr. Hydrant. Dr. Hydrant. That doesn't sound like a supervillain. It sounds like a plumbing company. Maurice and Mooch was basically Sylvester and Tweety, or the Roadrunner and Coyote. Maurice the chicken would have to outwit Mooch the fox, who was constantly trying to hurt Maurice in one way or another. Genghis and Connie is the story of a lion warlord named Genghis trying to conquer the ancient world in the name of his emperor. His plans for conquest are always foiled by a little panda girl named Connie. Einstein is a brilliant caveman inventor trying to build new things and teach his fellow cave people how to be civilized with his inventions. Lastly is Pompey Pete, a Roman centurion who was somehow preserved by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius and is freed to live again 2,000 years later in the modern world. His behaviors often annoy some random guy named Dan. The sad thing is, a lot of those premises would have worked if not for the poor execution. This show had very little, if anything, to do with Tex Avery. Tex's daughter gave them the rights to his name only to get her children through college. The animators hated working on the show. Its gross-out comedy and nonsensical randomness seemed more like Ren and Stimpy rather than anything Tex Avery ever made. Watching this toon actually hurt me. I try to give everything a chance, and forgive a lot, but this, absolutely do not watch this cartoon. It does not deserve your time and attention, and the state of cartoons in general is harmed by its existence. It is a vomitous mass, and I'm disgusted by this cartoon. I don't think I can even give my final thoughts, but I'm gonna have to, aren't I?
What does the fox say?
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding.